welcome MOVATI. My name is Sue. This is Yin Yoga. Thank you for joining me today. This is a 1-hour class. I'd like you to feel comfortable to bring props to this class. What I do recommend is blocks. If you don't have blocks, pillows can work, or rolled up towels or blankets. Feel free to bring that to your mat today. Let's just settle in. Come on and join me. If you have a block or a pillow or something to sit up on, feel free to do that. Gets the hips higher than the knees, opens up the hip flexors and the hamstrings. Our focus today is on the kidneys, the liver, and the urinary tract meridians. So for our practice today, just breathe and allow. The meridian lines, or think of them as invisible lines of prana that travel through our body within our fascia. So as we practice yin, we stimulate those meridian lines, and it keeps our organs healthy. So we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go today. Listen to your bodies. If you feel a little uncomfortable as we practice today, in yin, that's good. So just breathe and try to enjoy that uncomfortableness. The body's kind of talking to you. But if you have sharp pain as we practice today, I want you to back off the pose. You should never endure sharp pain in your joints. Okay? So let's just start by centering ourselves. We'll do a bit of breath work, and then we'll move into our practice. So sitting nice and tall, find those sit bones. Let's just close the eyes and be aware of your space. And as we start to practice today, I just want you to be mindful of your body and know that we will never be in permanence. Everything is going to be impermanent, meaning changes you're going to notice as we practice today. And as we start to get into our asanas and we start to feel the postures, finding our edge, know that there may be several edges. As the body starts to settle into the practice and relax and let go, you may find a new edge. And sometimes that may manifest in a bit of a movement to feel that edge, maybe a deeper breath to let go. Whatever it may be, just notice. Notice your space that surrounds you today. Notice the energy that surrounds you. Notice your mood. Durga breath, 3-part breath, also known as the long breath. This breath is breathing into the belly, ribs, and up into the chest. So think about breathing in through 3 compartments. So we're just going to start with the belly breath. Breathing into the nose, letting the breath travel down in front of the spine and fill the belly, letting the belly rise. As you exhale, belly comes down, breath travels back up in front of the spine and back out through the nose. And as we breathe into the belly, perhaps just bring your left hand, your right hand on your belly. Left hand on your belly. And just notice the belly rising and falling with every breath. Let's start to expand that breath. Nice equal breaths, maybe 4 counts out, 4 counts in. Breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And breathe out. On the next breath in, I want you to fill the belly And then start to bring the breath up into the ribs, and maybe take your right hand to the rib cage to feel the breath coming into the ribs. And as you exhale, ribs contract, belly comes down, back up through the nose. Again, breathing into the belly, breathing into the ribs. Exhale, ribs contract, belly comes down, up and out through the nose. 2 more breaths just like this. One more. Next breath in, we'll fill the belly, bring it up into the ribs. We move the hand up into the chest and breathing right up into the chest, right up into the clavicles. Exhale, chest comes down, ribs contract, belly comes down, and breath up and out through the nose. Again, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. You can remove the hands or keep them where they are and just feel that breath coming into each compartment. Belly, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, belly. As we breathe deeply here, starting to lower the blood pressure, lower the heart rate, calming the mind, letting the body come into more of a relaxed state. Let's do one more. When you're ready, flutter the eyes open. And let's come onto the hands and knees. We're going to do toe tingles and wrist tingles. So we're going to tuck the toes under, sit into the heels, knees coming on the floor, body's nice and tall, putting some weight into the feet. If this is too much for your toes, release your toes and just let the top of the feet come onto the mat. All right? Bringing some blood flow into the feet here. Release your toes, and let's just let the hands come on the mat. The wrists will come forward and the fingers come towards the body. If this is too much, if you have carpal tunnel, any wrist issues, you can refrain from this. You can have the hands come forward, all right? So let's breathe into this, opening up the wrists here. Release the wrists, come back up onto the toes, working the feet, working the balls of the feet and your toes. Breathing into your belly. Release. And let's come into the wrists now. And release. Let's come to a seated position, and we're going to roll ourselves back to a supine position. We're going to take the right foot and left foot comes over to the right side, left foot crosses over the right ankle, hands up over the head, and let's bring the head, shoulders, and arms to the right side. Take your left hand and grab your right wrist. This is supine half moon. I'm going to time our postures today so that I can make sure we get equal time on each side. And as we breathe here, Since we're really opening up the ribs on the left side, see if we can bring some breath into the rib cage there, into the intercostal muscles, those big breathing muscles in the ribs. Feeling nice expansion. And starting to open things up there through the spinal cord. So breath is the backbone to the yin practice, pranayama. Nice deep breaths. And as we start to breathe, we're starting to work in through the meridian lines. Lines that carry prana throughout the body. In through our fascia, our deep connective tissue. And as we get older, if we have any injuries, our fascia starts to dehydrate, shrink. So as we breathe, bring in prana, life force into the body, and hold the postures for at least 2 minutes. Most of ours will be 3, some of them will be 5. We start to create hyaluronic acid molecules, which hydrates your fascia, hydrates your joints, opens things up, lets things be more pliable, gives us more mobility and strength into our joints. It also helps stimulate our organs through our meridian lines. And the practice I chose today is definitely stimulating through the liver, kidneys, and the urinary bladder. Where can you let go? Where can you soften? Beautiful stretching the spine laterally here in crescent half moon. Breathing into the belly, ribs, and lower back. A nice 3-dimensional breath. Relaxing through shoulders, hips, fingers. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Release your hands, release your feet. Come back to center. Let your feet walk over to the left side now. Take your right foot and cross it over the left ankle. And let your arms, head, and shoulders come over to the left. Take your right hand to the left shoulder. And now opening up through the ribs on the right side, breathing into the right side of the rib cage. Our first primary tenet of Yin Yoga is come to your natural edge. So you're not forcing anything, you're not pushing yourself to be anywhere. Just finding that space that your body naturally falls. And the second tenet is to disengage your muscles, let go with mindful breath. And the third tenet is to hold the posture between 3 and 5 minutes. It takes at least 2 minutes to start to work the fascia in order for the fascia to start to let go. And the fascia is throughout the body. It's a nice tissue that works in through our muscles. It actually makes up about 30% of the tissue in our muscles. And it holds the muscles to the bones. So the fascia is really important for our body makeup. Fascia, when it starts to, I like to think of fascia as a web through the body. or even a corset that can shrink, dehydrate, and hydrate. So we want to hydrate the fascia through deep breathing, through our prana. Create that hyaluronic acid in the body, lubricate. The liver meridian starts in the big toe under the nail, goes over the front of the foot, front of the ankle, and comes up the side of the leg, up and through the groin, and up into the liver and gallbladder. From there, it comes up into the throat and up into the eye. From the eye, it branches, it comes down, crisscrosses to the cheek, and comes around the mouth. Another branch goes from the eye up through the forehead to your crown chakra, the top of your head. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Release your arms, release the legs, and come back to center. Bend your knees. Let the legs come wide, knees are bent, flex your feet. We're going into stirrup pose. Hands come around the ankles or calves, or can come to the bottoms of the feet. Feet are flexed here. I'd like you to relax the shoulders and think about drawing the tailbone downwards so that you can feel the length of your spine in this pose. Opening through the hips and breathing deeply into the belly. I'd like to work through some breath work here. We're going to expand our out breath. So let's breathe into the belly for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. And exhale for 6. Soften and relax. Breathe in for 4. And exhale for 8. Breathe in for 4. And exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 8. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Stay with that breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Release your hands, bend your legs, bring them in. Roll yourself to your side and slowly bring yourself up to a seated position. Let's bring the legs wide in dragonfly. And it's up to you to decide how wide your legs want to go. Working through adductors here. Also working that liver meridian. We're going to fold over the right leg. So we're going to twist the body. Inhale. And as we exhale, just folding over and finding your natural edge. Feel free to use a block here. Right? Some people find it nice to be able to just lean on a block. Also, blocks or pillows can be very useful underneath the knees. So if you feel like you're straining any of your joints, that can help protect your joints. All right, so feel free to support under your knees at any time. All right. So as we start to come into this space, not pushing yourself downwards, not fighting yourself to get down to a certain position, just coming to your natural edge. Just finding some space to breathe in here too, here, so that we allow the muscles to let go. I'd like to start expanding the in-breath versus the out-breath. So let's breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 6. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 8. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Staying with that breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and slowly rise. And as we rise, I want you to bring the hands in behind the back, and I want you to lift the chest and look up. Nice neutral stretch here. Just noticing how the body feels. Coming back to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and coming over to the left side. Again, feel free to use your blocks here if you like. Be very helpful. Or just breathe and allow. And as we practice yin, you will find there'll be an array of sensations. Sensations that will rise and fall. And as they rise, you have a choice to stay and breathe, or you can move. If the sensation is so strong that it's really affecting the way you're holding your pose, please feel free to move. If it's just your body talking to you, you're just a little uncomfortable, I'd like you to try to stay with that sensation and breathe really deeply to see if you can allow that sensation to dissipate. And as we find that sensation start to dissipate, you may find a new edge. You may have a difference, a change in your body. Perhaps the fascia could be getting a little more hydrated. So breathing deeply and allowing and softening as you face that uncomfortableness. And you know, Yin prepares us for everyday life so that you can be okay with being uncomfortable. So that you can think straight. You can relax when you're uncomfortable. Not panic. Let go. Nice lengthening on the in-breath. Letting it go. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale and slowly rise. Let's bring the hands in behind the hips. I want you to lengthen your spine here and look up. Keeping the legs wide. Opening your heart center, opening up the back here. And coming back to center. Folding forward now, breathing in and lengthening. Again, feel free to use the blocks here as we exhale. Slowly make your way down. You can use pillows here if you like, or a folded up towel or a blanket to help support you. Again, feel free to put anything under your knees, even rolled up face cloths or towels just under the knees for a little support can be very helpful. And just letting go. If you feel you're holding on here, I want you to get into a position where you can soften. Because if your body's tense and holding on, it's going to be very difficult to let go. So use your props as you can so that you can soften and allow. Maybe it'll allow you to find a new edge. Relaxing your face, your shoulders, breathing deeply into the belly. I'd like to do a breath that's called full kumbhaka, which is a retention of the breath on the inhale and filling and holding it into the belly, into the hara. So let's breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 4, 3, 2. Breathe in for 4, Exhale for 4. Really breathe in for 4. Hold for 8. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 6. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Slowly, gently make your way up. Take your time with this one. Bring your legs back to center. Gently bring them in here. Really get into that. We got into that fascia there, so we just take a moment here. Hands in behind and lengthen your spine. Just a nice neutral position. And as we breathe here, just notice how your body feels. And let's come into a nice wide leg child's pose. Come up onto your hands and knees. This time we'll spend a bit more time in this particular position. This is a nice posture to open up the back. So the hands can come forward here, or they can come to your side if that feels good, or here. I just want you to go where it feels good. The other thing you can do here is have a block for your forehead, especially if your head can't come all the way to the mat. I want you to take some weight out of the shoulders, so the blocks or the pillows can be very helpful here. Legs are wide, opening the hips and breathing and allowing. Finding some space to breathe into. Sometimes it's not easy to let go. The body habitually wants to hold on. Let's breathe into the belly, ribs, and especially lower back here. As we're opening the back, breathe into the back space. Your hips can be high or low depending on what the body will give you today. And let's start expanding that out breath. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 8. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. In for 4. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. In for 4. Exhale for 8. Exhale for 6. In for 4. Exhale for 4. Stay with that breath. Inhale. As we exhale, slowly make your way up. And let's come to a seated position. Right leg extends, left leg comes in behind. This is half frog. If this isn't good for your knee today, feel free to bring your foot inwards versus outwards, okay? Again, feel free to use your blocks here under the knees or for support. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Just coming forward with the breath here, finding your space to breathe into, finding your natural edge, seeing what we can let go of. So opening up the back of the leg here, the hamstrings, and starting to work into the urinary bladder meridian, which actually comes the bottoms of the feet and up through the back of the legs, up through the back. So this is urinary bladder. Seeing what we can let go of. Urinary bladder comes up through the back and then come up into the eyes. What can you let go of right here, right now? Notice your mood. Notice how your mood may change in different postures as it affects different organs, affects the fascia. Sometimes you can get very angry in a pose. Sometimes you can get fearful, sad, happy, elated. You may even get an aha moment, which is something lets go. So just notice that. Just be a witness to the passing experience of what happens to your body in the present moment. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Inhale and slowly rise. Take your time. Release your left leg. And this time your right leg comes in behind. Half frog. All right. If this doesn't feel good for you, bring your leg inwards. That's a nice option here. Foot's flexed. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale and soften. Just notice if there's any difference on this side versus the other. That's one thing in yin, is you get to really explore your body and notice any imbalances that you may have, and so then you know what you need to work on. What side is weaker than the other? Or perhaps it's exactly the same. We just take the time to notice. Notice the changes. The landscape will change, and it'll change again. Impermanence. Breathe. Nice long out breaths here. In for 4. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 8. In for 4. Exhale for 6. In for 4. Exhale for 4. Stay with that breath. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale and slowly rise. Take your time. Right leg comes back to extend. Hands come in behind the back and lengthen your spine. Nice neutral position here. Noticing how the body feels. Moving into Deer Swan, we're going to bring your left leg across in front. The right leg comes in behind. And I want you to bend the legs at 90 degrees. Find your sit bone. Again, you can use blocks here if you like. Inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine. As we exhale, we're just going to come forward here. Softening with breath, allowing. See what we can let go of. This is your time to really let go. So if you have a block or a pillow and your head can't come to the mat, just place it there so you're not putting a lot of weight in your shoulders. I want the shoulders to let go. I'd like to work with a different breath here. It's called empty kumbhaka, and that is to release all the air that we have in our belly. And see how that makes you feel.
When we release the air, we're going to have a little suspension, and then we'll breathe in. Okay, so let's take a breath into the belly for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now full exhale. Hold. And then inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Full exhale. Hold. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 8. Full exhale. And inhale. Exhale for 6. Full exhale. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Full exhale. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Full exhale. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Slowly let the hands walk in. Just take your time here. Everything's very snail-like. Coming to the seated position. We're going to change legs. So the leg that's behind comes forward. And bending in the opposite direction. Legs are at 90 degrees. So the shin is parallel to the top of your mat. Okay, and so is your thigh. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Exhale and slowly fold forward. Finding your space. Your space to settle in, and it doesn't matter what you look like. As long as you're in a position where you can soften and let go. You don't have to be perfect in yin. There's allowance for how the body feels. And where you can let go of today. In this posture, I just want you to explore the body with your breath. Send your energy, your life force to areas where you may need to let go here, where you maybe have a sensation that's arising. Send your breath to that area of the body to see if you can find some release. Where your attention goes, prana flows, life force, energy, breath. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale and rise. Walk the hands in. Take your time here. Let your back leg come forward. And we're gently going to roll ourselves back. Bring your hips to the right side of the mat. Take your right leg over the left. Let your arms come out to the side. Bring your knees into the chest, and as you exhale, let the legs go to the left. Lift your head and look right. Palms are facing up. If this is too much crossing the legs, this is twisted roots. Uncross your legs. Bring your knees and feet together. And feel free to use your blocks here. You can use a block underneath the legs, especially if they're hovering and they can't come to the floor. Or if you need support for your back, bring the block between your thighs. That can help support your lower back if the back is bothering you today. Shoulder blades drawing down, settling in. Beautiful spinal twist here. When we cross the legs, just adds a little extra element to that twist. Relaxing, letting go. And as we twist here, you may find it difficult to breathe into the space because we're contracting the abdomen. Try to relax, find a little space to breathe into and let it go. Shoulders getting heavy now. Relaxing fingers. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Uncross your legs, bring them back to center. Bend your knees, lift your hips, this time to the left side of the mat. Take your left leg over the right. Bring your knees in, inhale. As we exhale, both legs now go to the right, lift your head and look left. Uncross your legs on this side if it's bothering you at all. Feel free to use blocks or pillows to support as you need. This is such a juicy twist. Just breathe and enjoy. Helps reset your spine, hydrating the spinal cord with prana.
Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Uncross your legs and let's come right into Shavasana. Let the hands come beside the hips, legs extend, shoulder blades melt into the earth. And just stay with your breath here and breathe. If the back's a little stiff today, feel free to bend your knees, bring the knees together, feet wide, or lie on your side. I'd like you to focus on the breath, breathing in through the nose, traveling down in front of the spine and fill the belly, letting the belly rise. As you exhale, belly comes down, breath travels back up in front of the spine and back out through the nose. And as we breathe here, what can you let go of in this moment? Where can you soften? Your mind starts to wander, bring it back to your breath over and over again. Notice your belly rise and fall with every breath. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Draw one leg into your chest, followed by the other. And let your arms wrap around the legs. Give yourself a nice big hug. Let the knees circle around in a small circle and circling around in the opposite direction. When you're ready, roll yourself onto your side and come up to a seated position. Just take your time finding your way there. Hands come into heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today for this beautiful yin practice. And I hope to see you again next week. Let's just close the eyes, hands into heart center. I honor the place in you that is of love, light, peace, and respect. When you're in that place, and I'm in that place, we are one. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining.